Here we are once again, right up top of a mountain. We're not quite at the top actually because there's just too much snow up there, and I'd imagine the avalanche danger this week is probably going to be fairly considerable because the temperatures are going to warm up quite a bit. But right where we are now, at the bottom of the hill, there's a lot less snow and a lot of tussock. We're not really where the Tahr are based, we're more in chamois country, but there's a couple of steep faces just opposite us, over the top of that ridge up there, and then also up the top. We can also walk up the top to where the snow is and where the Tahr are. So I'm not sure if we're going to see any Tahr on this trip, but fingers crossed we'll see some chamois and possibly a Tahr. We didn't see any animals running around when we were flying in, but that's not to say they're not here. As you can see, there's prints all over this ground I'm standing on. But we're in a real good spot. We've got tarns here. We've got lots of country we can access. It's not too difficult. It's fairly flat where we are, but there's still some steep faces just over the top. It's going to be a good week. Home, sweet home.
One of the holes in it. Yeah.
Little buggers eyeing up our tents already.
What to chew first?
He was having a look in mine before, hopped right inside, had a bit of a look around to see what he could have a go at. Oh, I haven't introduced you to Matt yet. This is Matt. And this is Matt. We've already hit our first obstacle, just the creek. The gorge is up just below us, so we're just going upstream a bit to see if we can find a place to cross so we don't have to take our boots off. Bloody hate wet boots. See, I reckon we'll be able to just be able to Jesus it across and keep our feet dry. Safe. Well, we've come to here and decided to just stop. We were going to go to the top of that hill there, but we're going to glass all of this country behind us because there's some really steep faces and a heap of country over there, so we're in a pretty good position to try find some animals. It's getting on, what time is it now, 10 o'clock? 10:30, it's getting on, middle of the day now, so the animals probably won't be moving around, they'll just be hanging out, but hopefully we can pick up a couple. The Tahr are all in that snowy stuff right up behind us, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get up to them, but we'll give it a crack anyway. Not today, maybe tomorrow we'll go up there, have a look. Here we are, top of the hill. It's a bit of a mission to get up here. Actually wasn't too bad. Steep, slippery up this tussock. Not too much snow, rather pleasant climb. I'm assuming we're at the top. I haven't actually looked over yet, but hopefully we're at the top. There was quite a bit of print down the bottom, but there hasn't been any browsing sign or prints up the hill. So it'll be interesting to see if we're in the right spot. Seen some prints. There's a mob here somewhere. We're in the right area, but we can't pick them up yet. We're just having a bit of a look here. And we'll move down the ridge a little bit, I think, so we can see a bit more country. See if we can find out where the animals are. But we're in the right spot. Just gotta find them. Oh, there wasn't any chamois over there, so we've relocated over to here. Boys are just doing some binocularing, trying to binocular up some chamois. There's a few prints here, so we've seen a couple up there and some in the snow, and I don't know where the bloody animals are. Probably all sleeping somewhere. It's the middle of the day now. We're going to have some lunch and then we're just going to cruise around the top. Hopefully be able to get back to camp. Matt's decided to make a cup of tea, except he didn't actually bring any tea bags. Or cups.
Or water.
Or water, yeah. So he's got some snow in his Primus and he's going to have a cup of hot water. So he does have a cup. The Primus turns into a cup. It's almost like a McDonald's logo, wouldn't it? Or maybe it's half owned by McDonald's. What's that all about? Ten minutes later, I just wanted a shot of him putting his pack on, and he's adjusting his gun and clicking and unclicking. You should have got a Stony Creek pack because they've got a custom gun scabbard on it. You just slap it on and away you go. What?
Can I borrow your scabbard?
Oh yeah, you can actually.
Yeah.
It just comes off. Do you want it? Do you want me to take it off?
It wouldn't hurt actually.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take my scabbard off and put it on his because you can buy a Stony Creek pack and then take the scabbard off and give it to your mate who doesn't have one on his back. Turns out he doesn't actually have anything to put the scabbard on his pack, so he's just going to muck around with it for another 10 minutes and then we'll be up the hill again. We're going to cruise around these bluffs because we haven't seen any chamois down there after a nice break for lunch. Almost had a cup of tea. She was close. Not quite. We'll have to wait till we get back to camp. Haven't seen any animals yet. A couple of fresh prints and that's it. They've got to be here somewhere. Wait. Oh mate. Put your pack on, I wasn't ready.
Fucking sweet.
Ready? You sure?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
Looks a little bit maybe than average, eh?
Bloody found one. We saw some prints over there. We thought, oh, the prints are going over that way. We'll follow the prints, and we got to the prints, and the prints were going back to where we were standing originally. And we've just found one on a ridge line down there, sitting. We can just see its head. Can't see any hooks. No idea what kind of chamois it is. If it's a female or a male or a big one or a little one, but I think we're just going to go and shoot it anyway because what the hell? Well, we're here to shoot stuff. Matt wants some meat, and Matt wants a chamois skin, and Matt wants a chamois skin, and Matt wants some meat as well. And I just want to see them shoot something and get on video. But there's one down there, there's got to be more, so we're going to make our way down there. Wait, I'll zoom in for you. Okay, he's down. There he is. He's right in the middle of shot down there somewhere. And we're way up here, so what we're going to do is go around down to that ridge, and then all that ridge over there actually, like that ridge there, and then we're going to see if we can find some more, because there's got to be a bunch more over there somewhere. I'm looking a bit red too.
Punched.
Jesus Christ, look at that.
Just like bloody blackberry injuries.
Fucking hell. He comes to New Zealand, he's like, is there any dangerous shit out there? I was like, just the Spaniards, bro. It looks like he's walked into every Spaniard bush he could find, just to remind him of home, mate.
Trying to toughen myself up best I can.
Bloody hell, anyway, we better stop yapping and get down and see if this animal's going to get shot or not. I think we've found the only chamois on the mountain that doesn't have any horns. I can't see any bloody horns. Very hard to tell. Shit. Stinks like chamois here. Which way is that one coming from over there? Yeah. I think we're going to cruise down here a bit more and see if we can find some more. It's seen us, I think. Is it still looking at us? Yeah, it's standing up. Fuck, is it? Okay, we'll have to shoot it quick then. It saw us and leaped it down the hill. I don't think it had horns. I couldn't see any. Let's go down to this next point, boys, and get a good rest, because it might come up the other side or we might see another one. There's got to be more here. Bugger. Bugger, we just saw another one leg it too. That wind is blowing right from behind us, right down the valley. We didn't realise till we come to right where we are that the wind's right behind us. That's why he must have smelt us. And then as soon as he seen us, gone. So we just saw two chamois down there. He looked like a really old buck with either just one horn or no horns. What a bugger. We're going to cruise back up to the top and walk along there. See if we can see some more over the edge. Bugger. We've come to the top here and looked down there and seen our one horn chamois no horn chamois still running way down there, so we're just going to ride him off and see if we can find some animals on that face. I don't think we'll be able to shoot him today. It's getting, well, we got 1, 2, 3 hours of sunlight left, but if we see some animals over there we can come back and chase them away tomorrow. Can't find any other chamois over there. We're just sitting here not really wanting to walk back to camp because it's so far away. I'm a bit knackered. Are you guys a bit knackered?
I'm starting to feel it.
Oh, Matt's a builder. He's not that Matt, the other Matt. So he's used to standing up and walking around all day, inspecting. Oh, we're a bit knackered. We've still got a mission to get back to camp. Aussie fella forgot his gaiters. How's your day going, Matt?
It's fucking pretty good actually. Starting around now though.
How's your day going, Matt?
Fucking good.
No, you're not, no F words. I'm trying to, don't have so many beeps. You're a role model now, mate. You're doing Stony Creek. I think what he meant to say is he's having a fucking good day. Mate, I'm knackered. We're just going to post up here in Glass. Those faces over there. Have a bit of a break. Camp's just over that hill. We're not far off now. So just going to sit here till the sun goes down and see if we can pick up some animals. Well, 20 minutes or so anyway. Once more with feeling.
Like you're really,
Yeah, like you're feeling it.
like you've just walked up a fucking mountain. That's the go.
Mate, that was much better. I don't think that's yeah, it's going to be hard to beat that one, isn't it? Yeah, you don't have to. You got a beard, mate. You don't have to do anything. Don't even have to try with a beard. It just comes natural. We're going to go cruise up to the edge of the. Oh, maybe we're not. The boys are walking back already. It's a bit steep over there.
There's nothing over there. There's a big old gut just there, mate.
Oh, there's a creek there. We can't get across. Shit, well we planned to go over there in Glass, the surrounding slopes for a chamois or a tahr, but that's not going to happen because there's a gut there.
Get the fire going, eh?
What's that?
Get the fire going, eh?
Alright then. Fuck it, this hunting shit, let's go sit in front of the fire.
Fucking start me off with one of these one, man.
How's that, eh?
Mate, done well. Done well.
Just giving the viewer a sense of the ambience that's going on in the tent.
Shame it didn't catch smell.
Oh yeah, those bloody inner soles, true. Matt have got their inner soles under the fire, and my god, they stink.
No, they're gone now.
Oh, they're gone. Where are they? It still stinks in here. What the heck? There you go. That's how bad they stink. He chucked them outside, and they still stinks in here. Real bad's not been there, is it?
Yeah, Matt's.
Those are the other ones.
Put your nose on just so bad.
Jesus. There's no animals up here, very little sign. We saw one chamois yesterday and covered quite a bit of ground. So we're going to go on the other side of the valley. It's going to cost us an arm and a leg, but we're going to do it because that's where the bloody animals are. And if we hang out here, we're just going to end up holding hands and skipping through the blimmin' tussocks. So we're going to the rock and ice. There's the Australian gators going back on.
Gators, yep. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no.
Here we go, so we're at a much better spot now. It's a lot steeper. We saw a couple of animals flying in.
Much better walking, isn't it?
We've got more cliffs here. Alright, now it's just a matter finding some animals and then planting our stalk. We don't have any water here, but we've got snow, so we can mount snow. We'll be right. And there is a creek down the hill a ways. It's a way away, but much prefer to come up high and mount snow for water than go down the bottom and walk all the way up the hill. It's big country. It doesn't look that big here, but it's big country.
A bit of weight in the bag there, isn't it?
The consummate Australian hunter, right there. Bloody hell. The boys had just got about 50 metres up the hill. I went back to grab Matty's ice axe. I was just walking up and I heard this boomfa. And they've smoked a chamois 50 metres up from camp. Where'd you hit it, right in the eye? I haven't seen it
part of his
move.
body.
How's it feel, bro?
Yeah, good to get a shot away.
How far away from camp?
50, 60 metres.
Bloody hell.
Over the ridge. He was only maybe 150 away.
Could you tell if it was a buck or an Annie or?
Had hooks.
It was brown and they made the executive decision to assess it on the ground. You get that sometimes.
So we've come up from camp, we walked up the hill maybe 50 metres, got to a ridge, we thought we'll glass over the ridge, so we've glassed up on these far hills here. And as we're glassing around, now the mad area goes, look, there's one looking at us here. There's one right in front of us there, maybe 100 metres away, looking at us. And as we're getting the guns ready, he's come running towards us. So Rich run an extra 50 metres towards us. By the time we've got the guns off and we've got him ready, he's turned around and he smoked it back up the hill again, and then he stopped. And as he stopped, I took the shot and, yeah.
So yeah.
What happens next happens next.
Oh, but that's bloody awesome. One on the deck, and not even 5 minutes into the hunt.
So hope he's down, eh?
Yeah, he must be,
Oh,
surely.
I've got a good feeling about it.
You reckon that was a fair dinkum shot, mate?
Yeah, it'd be fair dink.
Fair dink?
Yeah.
Yep. It's the exciting mad dash up the hill to see what we've just nailed. Oh, look at that. Boomfa.
Morning, Josh.
Our viewers are probably dying to see how big it is. She's pretty big, a lot bigger than the one we saw yesterday. Only because the one we saw yesterday had no horns, though. Rip it up, bro. Give us a look. Is that your first chamois?
It is, mate.
In that case, that's a great representative trophy right there. Bloody hell, there goes our heart and onions for dinner, eh?
Well, it's already been split.
Well, it's a good shot, anyway.
It's already been split.
Back to work. It was a nice smoko. Probably took an extra 20 minutes than we should have, but just got up around a little bit of a crux section. We're not far off the top of this bit anyway, and then we'll see what's over the ridge. There's a lot of sign here, a lot of old sign, a lot of shit. Lots of old shit, not much fresh shit, but there's heaps of old shit.
That's not good.
Well, we've got to the top, all the way up here, and there's just massive amounts of snow on the other side. That looks like a couple of animals over there on that tussock, I think it is actually. Alright, we've just spied 3 big bull tahr. 3 big bulls. There's 5 of them there, 5 bulls. But they're right along the other side of a knife edge ridge. I don't think we'll be able to get to them from here. Look at this country. It's just amazing. We're going to have a look through the gun scope and see what they look like. We're hoping if we shoot them, they'll roll down the hill, be able to traverse along and below them and recover them. There's a big snowfield below us, so to get back to camp we'll have to go below the snowfield, traverse all the way back along. You're a little bit low, boys, just a touch low. Touch low. Maddie almost went for a tumble, didn't you, bro?
Yeah, we were very close.
Yeah, good.
It's hard up there.
It's good he had his pickaxe and slammed it in just as he started sliding, so it was a good recovery. We're going back down the way we came up because we just don't know if we can get down over there. We know we can get down this way, so we're going to go back down and then hopefully traverse around across the top of the snowfields. And that's where we were before, right up top of the hill. Up ahead of us here. I can see a mature bull up round the corner. So we're finally making some progress. We've come all the way along. The snow slope's pretty steep, pretty exposed. But it's not too bad. There's good rocks. And patches across. Don't know where those other two bulls went. Those two young ones are just up there. I reckon we flag those and goes for those mature ones over there. Look at that. They're just above us within shootable distance, but we're going to leave them and go in the corner and see if we can get on these mature bulls. Smoked him. Pretty sure you hit him. Oh no, you missed him. Shit. Matt wanted to shoot one for meat. I think he looked like he hit him on the first shot. Looked like he rocked him. But
just a shocking roost.
Yeah, and then he rocked. Looked like he was going to fall over. Then he ran down the hill. Well, we're going to leave the big bulls today because it's still quite a way over there. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are a little bit knackered. We still haven't set up camp. So we're going to leave those where they are. We're going to come back around and see if we can find this other one that Matt shot, the younger bull that he shot for meat. And then we're going to go back around to these faces here and see if we can pick up a decent chamois a bit closer to camp. And then tomorrow we're going to mission it back across here and go for those bulls. Because if we go for them now, we'll have massive, heavy packs, a lot of weight to get back to camp, long ways to go, camp's not set up, and we'll just be routed for tomorrow. So I think that's the way to go. Even though they're there, we could go get them today. I think by the time we went all the way over there, we wouldn't have enough juice to get back to camp. So, bulls 1, hunters 0 today. Maybe we might have got that young bull. Definitely looked and sounded like a hit. We're going to go back and see if we can find him. We've come back down the hill, our camp. It's just down there. Probably about 20 minutes, half an hour away from camp. 20 minutes, if that, 15 minutes. So we're just going to hang out here. The sun's still pretty high in the sky. It's way up there. So we're going to have a nice cup of tea. Sit out here, do a bit of glassing. See if we can spot some more animals this afternoon. Heaps of prints, heaps of shit all around here. Nothing that fresh, but, well, the prints are fairly fresh. There's animals here. There certainly isn't enough animals to match the amount of prints so far. We can actually smell animal right now, so there's probably one right below us. Right, we've just spotted another bull below us, but he's disappeared. He was just down there browsing, and then he went over the edge. Hopefully he didn't see us. We were just hanging out up top drinking tea, and I said, let's just go over the edge and look down and see if we can see some bulls below us. And Matt picked up one right away, but it's just dropped out of sight, but it might come back into sight again soon. We'll just sit here and watch and see if we can pick it up again. I'm filming, I'm rolling. We've just had a look back to where the tahr were before, the first ones we saw, to make sure that this shooting hasn't disturbed them, and they've all come out of the woodwork. Every single knob's got a tahr on it. We can count about 15 tahr, about 9 or 10 bulls, probably more bulls. There's just tahr everywhere over there, so for sure that's where we're going to go tomorrow. It's a bugger he just missed that one there because it looked like a really good bull. I wasn't quite ready for the shot, and then bang, off it goes. So, but the camera was a bit shaky, so I was still getting set up, making sure I was on him, and then bloody Matt let rip. There's someone watching him with a bike. No, left, bro, you're shooting left. That was well left. He might come back up. But he missed it, slightly left of him. But we might see that one down there tomorrow too. Scrub bull, he's probably the bigger bull. Probably bigger than all those ones up top, I'd say. Man, these boys need to go to the range, I think. They can't hear me, I think I'm safe. Oh yeah, Matt can hear me. Just give him shit. Tell me when you're going to shoot, boys. I'm rolling.
Good, Josh.
Yep. Go, go, go. No, missed. Reload. No, you're shooting left and high. Shooting a little bit high, aim low. We think they may be on to us, so we're going to go back to camp. Actually, Matty spotted another bull, or he sees a tahr up top above us. He can't tell if it's a bull or a nanny. We're going to go look at that one and see if it's in shooting distance, and if it's not, we'll go back to camp, have some dinner. We're still got to set the tents up to bed, and in the morning we'll come down, look for these scrub bulls, because I suspect they're the mature big suckers, and if we can't see those, we'll go over to the other side where I just counted 15 bulls in that other bunch. We'll go over to the 15 bulls and the boys can harvest one each, and I might get one too for the skin, and then we'll trudge all the way back over here. Handshakes all round, more cup of tea, maybe a shot of whiskey and a cold beer. Home James.